Greetings and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is, of course, Light Liger here, as always, and today I'm gonna be presenting you with an interesting Ethereum dApp which goes by the name of Pareto that has been around since late 2018. And what exactly is Pareto? Well, we're going to be exploring that in the video, but to give you a short answer, Pareto is a peer-to-peer marketplace for information regarding business, finance, and crypto. So basically, if you are a finance or business guru, you can provide that information about latest changes in the stocks or gold or certain types of cryptos into this marketplace, and you can get paid by the curators in the space by providing that information. By holding the Pareto token, you get access to that information sooner than the other people. So based on your holdings, you will be getting the information much, much faster. And that's basically the main premise and the idea of Pareto, which in my opinion is kind of ahead of the curve. I think they came too early to this space, given the fact that decentralization is, in terms of dApps and DeFi, it's still growing, it's still establishing itself, so are the crypto. And once this sort of ecosystem becomes a lot more part of the mainstream, where everyday Joes, or at least 10% of the population of the planet are using crypto, that's when this type of information becomes a lot more bigger market for traders and investors. So Pareto is still kind of in its, early beginnings in that sense, where it tries to accrue more people using the platform. And a lot of DeFi applications in general need more people to become part of the ecosystem. So these type of services become a lot more sustainable and a lot more viable options to find your information, because there's so many information out there in the crypto world, especially, where it's so fractured between certain websites or certain content creators like me who are providing information. So there's not a lot of aggregator sites where you can find about all the projects that are up and coming and etc. Because a lot of, let's say, Reddit, for example, tends to have certain censorships and preference for certain coins, for example, so you're not necessarily getting all the information on time. So let's kind of look into the actual platform. So here are some of the things that examples of the peer-to-peer market where people are talking about Neo or Monero and other projects, and they're saying, okay, this is what's going to be happening, and then they get rewarded for that information that they are providing into the market. And here is kind of like the basic rundown of this whole, the Intel providers, the contributors, the Pareto Network, and the Pareto score, which is distributed between the traders, and all of this information. I also have the link down below so you can look all of this yourself. But let's kind of jump into the actual platform itself, which does require for you to log in with your MetaMask. However, if you do not own the Pareto tokens, you're not able to log into the platform, which makes sense because you don't want to give that information to other people who have not been invested the actual token. And so, as you can see, I have 10,000 tokens here on my balance, which goes into the actual Etherscan, and I can see the max supply is 500 million Pareto, holded by 21,000 people, which is quite a lot, I have to say. And this information, as people are providing here, disclosed by different people, so there's names people can choose in this platform. And let's say we're going to be choosing this one, which was provided 22 days ago. Obviously, because my rank is only 141, I'm not getting the information as fast. I don't know if this is the latest post provided on the marketplace right now, or am I just being blocked from seeing the latest post because I don't have enough Pareto. So there can be a lot of valuable information in this place. And there's kind of like an incentive to provide good information, obviously. But then again, there can be a lot of people who are kind of like shilling their own things, whatever their bags they have. But obviously, we have this sort of a curation system inside the whole system, and that prevents from people necessarily shilling certain types of mechanisms which people are able to see in terms of investors. And here's a talk about DOJ and many types of ETFs and all that stuff. If I want to write something, I can do that by clicking the writing button here. There are formatting options here, font sizes. So there's a kind of like a base rundown of the intel that I can provide, including pictures and links, which I didn't, by the way, see on the other posts. So I guess if you are putting some effort into these posts and giving proper analysis, here you have a bit more longer post, and I think this is a lot more valuable when you put it into the other people that have provided in this marketplace. You can get a lot more rewards on this platform by doing that. And here you can see the network rewards, how much are being paid Pareto to the people. And here on the last month of July, there has been actually a lot of rewards. Or this is Intel and store. Okay. So basically, this is the combination of rewards and staked amounts as well. And you can see here the sums and the rewards. And here you can even see the Etherscan TXDs and everything regarding that when the Pareto is being transformed from one account to another. And it's a very interesting project and concept when I really think about it for the long term. But in these types of platforms, you need a lot of marketing, you need a lot of people entering into the space, providing all this type of information in here. So it becomes more valuable to hold the tokens for the long term. And nothing really stops Pareto from doing more sponsorship content like they did with me here to gain more users to the platform. And I think, as I said in the beginning, these type of platforms are going to be more valuable in the future when there's going to be more investors in the space and they want to have information regarding the newest investments, whatever it's the gold industry or the stocks or crypto. And there's also a leaderboard that you can look into, and you can see the addresses and how much ranking and points they have. I think there's a level of transparency here that I enjoy, and I also can see my own position on the whole market, which is also another nice addition to their system. And if you want to take a look at the Pareto or need the Pareto tokens, it's currently tradable on Uniswap and a couple of other decentralized exchanges. Maybe at some point they're going to be listing into like a centralized exchange where you can get access to it much more faster and cheaper. I mean, the cost of acquisition or the amount of Pareto you need is very low, so you can get access to the platform relatively quickly without like any like really big investment on their platform. But that's pretty much my rundown of the Pareto Network. Definitely take a look at their website and obviously their blogs and everything that they are working on. And it's an interesting project, and I don't think there's anything like it in the space, in the other chains and things like these. And I think we're going to be seeing more variations of similar types of services in the future. Not in the near future necessarily, but I think this is going to be a very interesting idea, how to provide information and how to monetize that information, because a lot of people don't want to give those clues and informations for people for free. And this is a way to monetize your information as a content creator, as an expert stock trader, or a person who just has a lot of information on the finance markets. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for another review on the channel by subscribing, and I will see you guys on the next video. Cheers.